This is what I have so far of what's going to be the new Joker Styrofoam drawing, or my second Joker Styrofoam drawing. I initially thought of doing Poison Ivy, but then I decided this shape of polystyrene block wouldn't really be appropriate for Poison Ivy. And I decided it would be more appropriate for the Joker. I already did a Joker Styrofoam drawing, but then it was one of the 4 that were sold over 2 days during the Cornhill Emerging Artist Expo. And there's supposed to be this Pennsylvania Comic-Con convention next year, and if I want to attend, I'm going to have to have a lot of Marvel and DC themed polystyrene drawings. And it doesn't seem like it would be proper if I did the Batman villains and didn't have the Joker. I drew the Penguin about a few weeks ago, and I've done more villains of Batman in the past. This is going to be my first Joker drawing in about roughly 2 years, the last one being January 2021, as I discovered today. These were the Sharpie markers I was originally going to use, but I was still thinking about doing Poison Ivy during the first hours of today in the morning before I fell asleep. This was roughly at 9 in the morning or so. $8:30 in the morning. After I finished the ladybug Mucho Libre wrestler female at 5:45 a.m. After spending the morning hours working on her feet and their wrappings, which I decided would be black. Since the ladybug's limbs are black. It's currently 9:16 p.m. And I'm sick of waiting for the Rapper Offline team to find a fix for what happened to the APY of apparently a VoiceForge voices site. I can still get the voices using a combination of the streaming audio recorder, third-party desktop app, and the Android emulator BlueStacks 5 in order to emulate the mobile app for VoiceForge on my laptop. But there is distortion between that method and getting the voice using the streaming audio recorder and getting the voice from Rapper Offline itself. So I'm currently trying to figure out some way to fix that distortion using effects that the free audio editing software Audacity offers. And so far what I've done is first normalize the original audio and then do a standard noise reduction on it after the standard normalize. I just started making these attempts, and the Beyond Raw video is still generating, so I have yet to see if doing this will have any effect. It'll have some effect, but I need to know if it'll make the audio I got from BlueStacks 5 VoiceForge app the same as the audio I got from my old version of Rapper Offline. Also, I still don't know where the Nazaire text-to-speech voice is, which I need to create lines for a new beginning scene that I worked on at least a week ago. I had a couple of these cheese sticks somewhere about roughly an hour ago, I would say. I think it was around 7 p.m. I had that pork with vegetables and some sauerkraut that Dad's mom made and then gave to him at around 5, maybe 5:30 p.m. Probably more like 5:45 p.m. Since I recall waking up at around 5:30 p.m. after staying up until 9:15 in the morning today, and then falling asleep. Around the time I went and got those 2 cheese sticks, melted cheddar, that I had before I had that half of one of the subs Dad got from Salvatore's, one being assorted Italian, the other being a meatball sub. Around that time I got one of these, which is part of the stuff that I brought over from Mom's place to Dad's place, other than obviously my marker satchel, my laptop, and extra clothes. Those sort of things. I've been spending these past hours looking for the Nazaire text-to-speech voice by making results such as Nazaire text-to-speech, Nazaire TTS, Nazaire TTS voice, and clicking on any results that mentioned text-to-speech voices. I haven't been successful yet, but I'll be sure to keep looking. As for that Audacity attempt to make a Designer Dave text-to-speech from the BlueStacks VoiceForge app sound the same as directly off of Rapper Offline, I didn't quite like how it turned out. I thought I still sensed some kind of difference. So I used the bass and treble effect, reducing the bass by 5 dP and increasing the treble by the same amount. Essentially figuring that playing back the audio off of an Android emulator somehow created extra bass as its form of distortion. And so I just kind of did that off of a sort of hunch. And it seems to have had a desirable effect as far as I'm concerned. I've been listening to these attempts as carefully as I can, the differences between the two. I originally assumed by farms they were referring to these, but it turns out these are the fields. These are the farms. I should soon complete that side quest. I spent all my mana stores repaving the roads to the new country lane in order to keep ahead of the culture requirement for the highest bonus as I upgrade buildings in my city in Elvenar.